Hi everyone, it's Fiona Wildsnake here and I'm coming to you from the Moon Lodge. This is my space where we do all our women's circles, and I wanted to chat to you about the Spring Equinox, which is coming up. It's actually next week, and it's a beautiful opportunity to celebrate or acknowledge the equal balance of day and night, because we're at that midpoint between winter solstice and summer equinox. And I've got my little map here again to show you what it all means. So you have to bear with me because it records backwards. But we've had winter solstice, which is down here, and that's on the 22nd of June. And then we recently celebrated Imbolc, which is here, which is on the 3rd of August. And we're just about to celebrate Spring Equinox, which is here. And this is the exact midpoint between winter solstice, which is the darkest, longest night of the year, and summer solstice, which is the longest day of the year. And we're at this point here, which is when it's an equal balance of day and night. All the way around this side here, when we're coming down into autumn, this is also an equal balance of day and night, but this is when we're actually descending back down into winter, when the nights are getting longer and longer. So when we're at Imbolc Women's Circle, which we celebrated on the 3rd of August, we planted seeds of intent about what we'd like to create for this whole cycle. And now we're moving up into Spring Equinox, and just like the energy, just like the word spring means spring, the energy around us is springing up. So if you think of the garden, all the trees are starting to have their leaves pop out, the flowers are coming up, the animals are celebrating, they're reproducing, they're having babies. This is actually when Easter is for us, because if you think of Easter as all those eggs and the nests and the bunnies and the daffodils and the flowers that you see in the pictures, this is actually a fertility celebration. So this is actually now, and this is what we're going to celebrate here. When we look at this time, it gives us an opportunity to look at our lives and see, what have we got that is in balance? So looking at the balance of day and night, how is our life in balance, or how is our life out of balance? And it's also a really good opportunity to look at our maiden self, or who we were as a younger woman. So if we were to imprint on top of this map of the seasons the life cycle of a woman, you would have between Imbolc and Beltane the years between 0 and 25, celebrating this time here. And this is called the maiden. And then if we have between Beltane and Lammas, which is in the summer solstice time, then we have between ages of 25 and 30, and that is called the mother time. That's when we're actually super busy, lots of activities, lots of responsibilities, and that's not even mothering children necessarily, that's mothering projects as well. So this is when we're in the full of our lives between ages 25 and 50. And then over this side here we have what we call the Marga phase, and that's between ages 50 and 75 years. And this is that autumn time of our phase when we're actually starting to harvest what we've got in our whole life. And then we come down to the winter time, or what we call the crone years, and that's from ages 75 to 90, down in this dark time. But it's also the time of potent wisdom and medicine. So if you think of our older generations, they've got all that whole life experience held within them. So this time of the year, which is that springtime, is that time that we really acknowledge between birth and 25 years. And the spring equinox is that point that we actually acknowledge a woman's first menstrual period. Because after that time, she's coming into her full fertility and she moves into the rest of her life cycle. So at the Spring Equinox Women's Circle this year, or next week, we're going to be exploring the balance of our lives, of the equal day, equal night. Where do we have balance? Where do we not have balance? And we're also going to be honouring and celebrating the maiden ourselves, and thinking back to who we were when we first got our period, what that experience was like for us, and really sharing this. Also reweaving, for some women that time can be that they either don't remember, or it wasn't particularly acknowledged. It was just something that happened. It was very run-of-the-mill, matter-of-fact. Here are some pads, here are some tampons, okay, get on with it. Whereas with these celebrations, we really like to acknowledge those times, because they are significant rites of passage in our life. So the maiden, mother, Marga, crone, and the threshold between those are significant times for us to actually acknowledge. So we're going to be acknowledging that time for us and really reweaving those experiences on a deeper level using some shamanic practices. So have a look. There's a link in the in the email. I'd love to join you. There's more information. We'll be eating, we'll be singing, we'll be sharing, we'll be enjoying this beautiful space, and I would very much look forward to having you. The tickets are almost booked out. I have about 6 seats left, but I'd love to have you there. Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye.